Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are currently in the Duna system with a crewed mission here, and we are going to be landing on Ike. It's currently right there. Duna's right there. We are a ways away still. We're doing our braking burn right now to actually orbit from our home and transfer, so we'll go ahead and get that done. As soon as this burn is done, we need to do a quick EVA in order to grab an EVA report and to restore the Science Junior. So we will do that as soon as this is over here, very shortly, here in a few seconds. And that will be Bob doing that EVA, since we definitely need a scientist out there. And I just realized we never decoupled these guys. Look at that. Okay, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. We do not need to be carrying all that weight. There we go. We still in a decent orbit here? Yeah, we still got a good encounter. That's fine. Excellent. Okay, Bob, I need you to EVA. Or autosave, that works too. Bob, I need you to EVA. Okay, let's grab an EVA report. Excellent. We're going to keep that. And restore the Science Junior. Hop on in. And we are going to grab everything, every experiment. Excellent. And now down here at Ike, we are just going to go ahead and circularize down here. This is going to be a relatively lengthy braking burn. That's not that bad, actually. 400 delta V, that's fine. Let's go to about 50 kilometer periapsis. That's a pretty decent height. That 10 kilometer periapsis that we did for the lander, that was a nail biter. And I don't want to try that with a crew. So let's go ahead and execute that node. Since we don't need to do any sort of a transfer, we've got ourselves a very nice little slingshot maneuver here that's throwing us right into Ike, kind of accidentally. It's just fine. I'll take that. And then we've got a bunch of fuel here, 5,000 delta V-ish, to get home with. Hopefully that'll be enough. It should be, assuming we don't burn too much of it on landing, but we can burn mostly this stage for landing. We have another 25 minutes of burn left in this thing. We'll have close to 20 minutes left, 15 to 20 minutes as we descend. So we'll be able to burn off most of our speed using this stage. Okay, that's a little dizzying. I'm not going to go in there. Excellent. So we are going to slingshot around Duna, like so. Head straight for Ike in a nice, efficient maneuver. And once we are here, we're just going to decelerate quickly with a nice little burn. Fantastic. That worked wonderfully. So we're now in space high over Ike's central mountain range. We'll grab ourselves a crew report and keep that. We'll also do a materials study for an in-space high. We'll keep that. And then we need to do another EVA as soon as this burn is done. So let's go ahead and physics warp the burn. So that'll be done in about 1 minute and 15 seconds. That's not going to be too bad. We don't need to do any sort of inclination changes. I think we are just fine as far as this inclination goes. As far as landing, well, I don't know. We'll take a look once we get circularized down here at 50 kilometers, where exactly we could choose to land at. I'm kind of thinking maybe over in this dark patch. I don't know. I want to land in a different place than the Geraldo Mark II for sure. We've got a bit of an inclination. We don't care. That's fine. Estimated burn of 2.5 minutes. Of course, divide that by 4 for how long it'll be in real time. It won't be too bad. We've got a very nice thrust-to-weight ratio here at Ike. That's fantastic to see. Really like that. I'm just hoping that this model here can have essentially what we're looking for a re-entry, or not really a re-entry, an entry into the Duna atmosphere. because I'm hoping that this has greater than a 1.0 thrust to weight as is, and then we can just slap on a couple of drogue chutes and call it a day. That would be nice, but that burn is now completed, so let's just chill up here for the time being and have Bob EVA again. So go on and hop out, Bob. And then we just want you to do an EVA report. Keep that. And reset the Science Junior. There we go. And hop on in. And now we'll just collect everything. Excellent. And it's not showing us as having a materials study. Let's just make sure that we have that. Keep that experiment. Select all. Bob, hop on out again. And restore this. I think I did it in the wrong order before. I think we didn't have it. Yeah, now we've got it. Excellent. Okay, so we just want to circularize at the next periapsis. That'll be easy enough. Create and execute. Easy peasy. So we are going to have some interesting landing opportunities over here as this thing rotates. But let's just see what we get once we are actually in position over here at 50 kilometers. We're going to be burning off a lot of Delta V on the way down, but that's fine. We have tons and tons of it in this stage. And if we don't burn things in this stage, it will go to waste. So we want to burn as much as possible out of here. And we want to burn as little as possible out of our lander stage. Hey, there's where our Geraldo is. Hi, Geraldo. You had an interesting descent. Okay. So let's just go ahead and circularize nicely here. This is only going to be a few meters per second. There we go. Now we're still in space high. We may want to consider dropping, let's see, what is... High space altitude is 50 kilometers. We may want to consider dropping down to be, like, somewhere around 40 kilometers. Somewhere like... somewhere like this-ish. Come on. That. That'll work. Okay. So let's... Did I just hit the spacebar? I hit the spacebar. What did I do? I meant to physics warp up. Did I break it? I don't think I broke it. I think we're still good. I think I ejected this stage. I think that's what happened. Oh, that was a little spooky. I should not accidentally hit the spacebar, but map, alt, and the carrots are all right next to it, so sometimes fat fingers happen. There we go. Okay, so now we want to circularize again at the next periapsis, just to make sure we're actually in space low. There we go. Just to grab as much science data as possible. This mission right here, if we successfully recover it, may very well restore, or not restore, may very well get us all of the science we need. It's going to be a ton of science. I don't know that it'll be all of it. We need like 4,000 science. It'll be a huge chunk of that. The mission to Duna will probably actually finish it. Between the two of these, we'll be really, really close. And once that happens, we're going to not really care about collecting science for science sake, but rather we're going to start collecting science for money at that point. We're going to change our strategy to be sacrificing everything for money. So we've got some in-space nears here. We're going to go ahead and warp past most of these until we get this maneuver done. And then we are going to get our in-space lows for all of these that we need. And I don't think we have a gravioli detector, which is unfortunate, but we're not going to be missing much. We've already got most of that data. Okay, there we go. And we are now circularized at 40,000 meters. Excellent. Crew report. Keep that. Let's go ahead and do a mystery goo observation. Keep that. Yeah, go ahead and keep it. We'll do a material study for in-space low. Keep that. And now, Bob, we need you to hop out. We need you to hop out. There you go. And I want you to EVA report. Keep that. And then, where are you? You're over on this side? Okay. Go ahead and restore. Actually, we need to have him come back in. We need to grab all of this data in our collection unit. Okay. Now we need Bob to come back out. That wasn't the button I was looking for. And we need you to restore the Science Junior. And then open up the service bay. And restore this mystery goo. There we go. And now hop back in. Okay. Let's add a maneuver. Actually, we can just go with the periapsis. Okay, we'll do that, and we will now warp around and see if we're missing anything. Okay, Bob, hop on out. EVA report. Keep that. Hop in. Collect all. Excellent. Midlands we're good on. Lowlands. Bob, hop on out. EVA report. Keep that. Hop in. And collect everything. Okay. Western Mountain Range, we're good here. Midlands, we're good here. What else do we got? Southeastern Mountain Range. We don't have an EVA report here. Keep that experiment. Hop in. Keep hitting the middle mouse button instead of the right for some reason. There we go. Fantastic. What else do we got as far as biomes go? Midlands. Lowlands. Midlands. Mountain Ridge. Grab that. Keep that. Each of these, if we recover it, is worth 56 science, so go ahead and collect everything. Excellent. Midlands. Southeastern, or rather just Eastern Mountain Ridge. Midlands. Lowlands. Midlands. Only 15 minutes left in this orbit. Central Mountain Ridge. Or range, even. Go ahead and keep that. Hop on in. And we will collect everything. There we go. 10 more minutes. Lowlands, that's fine. Central Mountain Range is fine. Midlands. Central Mountain Range, okay. Looks like we're good. So let's go ahead and start planning our descent. Maybe right over here. Geraldo Mark II, is that landed in the Midlands? I'm not sure. I'm thinking landing over here, though, for right now. So, right about here, surface, velocity minus. We'll switch over into surface mode. And let's just get landing mode on here. There we go. Fantastic. So we've got about 1900 meters per second. I'm going to go ahead and make a quick save. In fact, I'm going to save game as quick save number 25. That's easy to remember. Okay. So this is killing our vertical speed. Our vertical speed is now actually going up, which is interesting. Oh no, it's going down. Impact biome in the southeastern mountains. Okay, that's not bad. So we're going to go ahead and kill our horizontal speed via doing this. And our impact time is in about 10 minutes, but getting closer and closer because of this burn. We do need to drop about 250 meters per second horizontally, and then we've got some vertical speed to take care of. We've got plenty of thrust to weight ratio, so we should be able to do this very easily. We'll be able to get to vertical, and then we'll just go to up, and then we'll land that way. Should be pretty easy to pull off, theoretically. So we've got 1800 meters per second here. We only need a suicide burn DV of 200 meters per second. Of course, I want to kill off as much horizontal speed as possible before we think about suicide burning. We should probably go ahead and deploy these landing struts. There's no reason not to, I think. So we'll go ahead and do that. I just want to make sure there's a decoupler here. There is a decoupler there. Good. I'm not that bad. I'm bad at this game, but I'm not that bad. Okay, 160 meters per second to go here. We are starting to pitch vertically now. Our horizontal speed is getting very, very killed very, very quickly. That is good. Okay, so we're still in space near. We're not going to get any more science, I think, until we land. Especially since we're not trying to transmit any. What is this? Oh, spacewalk in orbit of Duna and in orbit of Ike. Okay. That's nice. I'll take some free money. And some free science. Don't really care about reputation. I have no idea what reputation is even good for. I've never ever figured that out. Well, our horizontal speed is down to 88 meters per second. We're going to start pitching upwards quite substantially soon. Because we are very soon going to be crossing the threshold between most of our speed being horizontal and most of our speed being vertical. So we'll be pitching upwards and starting to fight against gravity pretty soon. We've actually almost slowed it to a standstill, as it is. There we go. So we will be continuing to do this for the time being. Essentially, I want to kill our horizontal speed and then worry about our vertical. But both are now declining, so that's good. We're about to cross the 45-degree mark. There we go. Our horizontal speed is nearly gone. Of course, our vertical speed continues to climb-ish, because we continue to be pulled by the gravity of Ike. So that's going to be what the majority of our effort will be going towards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's cut this and just do very, very gentle burning for the moment. So I just want to kill our horizontal speed here. 400 millimeters per second. 350. Okay. I'd say we're basically going purely vertical. Not quite, but pretty close. We are accelerating downwards right now. Time to impact of about 4 minutes. Suicide burn delta V of 151, so I want to reduce that a bit further. So let's go ahead and... Oh, that's nice. They show that on here too. So let's go ahead and warp to about here, 2 minutes in the future. Because I want to change our suicide burn delta V. There we go. 100 meters per second vertical speed. Let's bring that down to about 50. Actually, impact time is currently still going down, even though we're burning. We're basically at our suicide burn altitude. Okay. Well, let's do a suicide burn then. That's convenient. Okay, impact time is starting to go back up. So let's cut it, and at 2 minutes for impact time, let's start burning again. There we go. It's holding steady. It's going back up. Okay. Again at 1 minute 50. Thrust to weight up here is much higher, so we can afford to play these sorts of games. Okay, it's going down here. That's fantastic. Let's keep on cutting this. Oh, it's starting to go back up. So let's cut that, and let's try again at 1 minute 40. Right now. Okay, it's still going down. Great. Our suicide burn delta V has declined substantially, so that's fantastic. It'll start, the impact time will start going up though. Yep, there it goes. So let's try again at 1 minute 30 to impact. And there we go. And keep lowering our suicide burn DV. And yes, this is hugely wasteful for this fuel, but I want to burn off this fuel and I don't want to burn off this fuel, so I'm fine with doing this. Making it so that we do most of our descent with this stage is ideal right now. Okay, it's going back up, so we'll try again at 1 minute 20. Suicide burn DV is down to 100 meters per second. That's good. I want to keep it down below 100 meters per second, as low as possible. Impact time of 1 minute and 10 seconds. We'll try again at 1 minute. We have enough thrust to weight to do this, so at 1 minute right now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this feels good. Suicide burn DV keeps going down fairly substantially. Any fuel that we don't burn out of this is wasted, so I really want to burn fuel. Oh, that's interesting that Duna is oriented that way. I didn't expect that. Interesting. How long on this? Okay, it's still declining. 50 seconds. We're currently going at 46 meters per second. We're about 3 kilometers above the surface. Impact time is still declining, so that's not great. Our vertical speed is down to only 30 meters per second, though. So yeah, we're fine. We're completely fine. Suicide burn DV is down to 70 meters per second. Excellent. Now down to 60. Impact time is going up. So we'll try again at 45. Still going up. We'll try again at 40. Okay, it's holding steady there. It's still going up, actually. So we'll go ahead and drop again, down to about 30. Oh, nice. An autosave right there. Okay. That's actually convenient timing. 30. There we go. This is nice. Yeah. And there's our shadow. we should probably consider ditching this stage very soon. Let's see, we are currently, we should be at up right now. We are currently at 15 meters per second. I think I'm going to go to 10 meters per second here and then ditch. About like that. Okay. And now we're going to do just a relatively bog standard landing here. Let's just go ahead and keep an eye on this. 15 seconds to land. I want to slow down. I don't want to be landing at 20 meters per second, that's for sure. So around 6 meters per second is about right. 12. We should probably be slowing down a bit faster. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, I don't want to be slowing down quite that fast. Let's allow it to speed up a little bit here. Okay, slow down a bit. Bit more. And oof. Okay, we're bouncing a little bit, but I think we're fine. And we're fine. Okay. I'm going to make a save. There we go. And I'm going to put a cut in here, and as our maneuver stage goes skittering across the landscape and exploding, I'm going to put a cut in here, and next episode we'll do all of our science and everything we need to do here, and then start on back home. See you all then.